Good morning, everyone, and our guest today on News Extra is Billy Estes from the Midwest Theater, and we do have a number of things to talk about, including he's announcing the new season, the 2014-15 season this year, and today. And okay, so let's get going from the very start. What do you think first of all about all six acts here?
We got another great six acts coming through the fall and spring season of next year. We're going to kick it off with Shaun Johnson's big band experience. Shaun visited us a couple of years ago. He was the lead singer that's part of Tonic Sulfa, and this is his new project that he's been working on. And he was a joy to work with then, and big band's been something that our community has supported over the years and continues to ask for more of. And so this will be kind of more of a loungy Tony Bennett, Frank Sinatra, Vegas-y style big band, but the experience of the show nonetheless. And that's on September 9th. In October, on October 7th, we have the Texas Gypsies coming to visit us. It's a collection of well-seasoned gypsy musicians from Texas that'll play kind of a style of Hot Club of San Francisco mix of music. Another act that we've not adventured into that style of music before. And then in December, we're going to have an Irish Christmas produced by Carey Records. It's been on PBS. It's a collection of step dancing, bagpipes, Irish flute. It's going to be a mini, I guess, Irish river dance, I guess is the best way to describe what that experience is going to be like. And then in January, on January 22nd, we have Matuto, which is Clay Ross's new project. He was with April Virch 3 or 4 years ago when she was by to play the theater, and I've watched this project develop. So we're kind of revisiting old friends and new faces in new ways in this season. So that's January 22nd, and it's this combination of this Brazilian Appalachian kind of style of music, that world beat, but with familiar bluegrass undertones to it. In March, we're going to be working with this group called Black Violin. Kevin Marcus and Will B are both classically trained violinists, African-American. They have a great sound of a classical violin, a viola, a DJ turntable, and a trap set. We're going to be doing a project with the student orchestra at Scottsbluff High and BMS, and those kids are going to get to perform a number or two with them, and an interesting way to meld current sounds with classically trained artists, and the fact that they're African-American and their student outreach. They're going to be doing a lot of good work in the community. And then wrapping up our season will be Susan Warner with her project called Hayseed, an album that was commissioned by the Lead Center in the University of Nebraska's College of Natural Resources that explores life on the farm and everything that's around that, and particularly appeals to me, and I think will appeal to our community. That because we are primarily an ag-based community, and I think we'll see a lot of references and humor in the music that will make sense to us fellow farmers.
So when you look at all these six things and you're putting together a season package, what are you trying to do? You're trying to provide us stuff that we normally really wouldn't necessarily have here, right?
Yeah, we're gonna, every year's just a little different. I attended APAP conference in January in New York City and saw roughly 300 artists audition in about 4 days live, and you come back and kind of figure out what fits in our community, what doesn't fit, what fits budgetarily, what can we do technically in the building. We have limitations to what the physical theater can handle to produce, and then we kind of mold it together and try to figure out what we can make happen. And I joke kind of on the side is that the selection is as eclectic as we are as a community. If we were to program the same event every time, eventually we would be tired of coming to the theater. At least I think that's what would happen. And so we're constantly trying to evolve, but still embrace things that we know that we have a desire to see as a community. And that's where the big band comes. And then, the Black Violin is a little bit, outside of the realm of what we've done. And so kind of melding all those pieces together and seeing if it works.
All right, tickets, when do tickets open for this?
So our current season ticket holders will be getting their renewal letters late next week. They have till July 28th to hold or to renew or make changes to those subscriptions, and then at that point, any seat that's not been renewed will be released for new season subscriptions on July 29th, and then on Tuesday, August 5th. Individual tickets for each of the shows will go on sale. The tickets are reasonably priced because we have a massive amount of sponsors locally that help us produce this season every year. For members, you can get all 6 shows for just $90. It's $15 a piece. It's a great bargain. Non-members, if you're not a member of the theater and still want to become a season ticket holder, they're $110. And then tickets for the individual shows range between $16 and $30, depending on the show and the seat that you select.
All right, very good. Yeah, it's pretty reasonably priced. We'll take a quick break and come back real fast. Mention a couple other things right after this. All right, coming in 3, 2, 1. Back on News Extra with Billy Estes here from the Midwest Theater. We wanted to mention a couple other things real quick before he leaves. The Big Red Road Show is coming in on Monday, right?
Yeah, Monday, July 7th. We're going to have some Husker fever at the theater.
That's great. All right. So how's it work?
Well, the Husker Sports Nightly, which is a sports cast, I will preface this piece that I'm not a sports aficionado or fan. It's not something that I follow.
A lot of people know what Sports Nightly is.
I was unfamiliar with it, but they're going to be broadcasting live from the stage at the theater from 5 o'clock to 8 p.m. Mountain Time. And we'll have a couple of the Husker basketball coach, wrestling coach, and the director of athletics. We'll also be serving pizza and runza at the theaters, as well as beer. So, and then before the broadcast, KNEB and the theaters partnered to close down the streets. They're going to be a bounce house and other activities for the kids and family to enjoy. And so it should be a good evening of Husker sports.
Yeah, it should be a good night. Tim Miles, basketball coach, will be there. He's a lot of fun. So that should be great. The other thing we want to talk about is Monty Python Live. That's coming up in August, right?
Yes, we have Monty Python Live mostly. It's going to be a rebroadcast of the last gathering of the Pythons. They're going to be gathering in late July in London, and then we'll be broadcasting it at the theater on the 6th. Come down and see all that lovely British humor and dead parrots and everything else that's going to go with it. And I think we have some activities that are starting to come together that we'll be announcing along that event. So that's Tuesday, August 6th.
How much are tickets for that?
They are $14 and $18.
Okay,
so
very reasonably priced.
Get in and get them in advance, and get a little bit of a bargain on them.
Yep, be in the mood when you go see that.
Yes,
be in the mood for almost anything. That's right,
and something completely different nonetheless. So.
Yep, that's right. All right, a good show. Good show. We get to announce the season and talk about Big Red Show and also Monty Python. So busy summer once again at the Midwest.
Yes, thanks for support of KNEB and the community that continues to support our programming. We couldn't do it without any of you.
You bet. No
Thank
problem.
you.